According to a recent media story, the reinvestigation of the Tupac murder is revealing new names and evidence of those involved. Detective Russell Poole suspected Suge Knight arranged Tupac's murder before he could leave the label, then framed the rival Crips to throw investigators off, the new police record said, referring to Suge Knight by the new moniker. This raised the important question of who's Suge Knight. A prominent member of the gang would hold responsible for Tupac's death. The most famous in the world is Snoop Dogg. His file is particularly interesting because he was supposed to be in the BMW with Tupac the night he died.
You were with Tupac, though, in regards to Tupac. I heard a story, did you give him different advice that night on where to go?
I didn't give him no advice.
Right.
We wasn't seeing eye to eye.
Right.
So.
Saying during the Tyson.
Yeah, this incident that I'm explaining to you right now was the day before that.
Okay.
So when they got to Vegas, they went their way, I went back. I mean, when we got to LA, they went to Vegas and I went home. That's why I wasn't in the car with them.
Snoop would claim that he was supposed to be in the BMW with Tupac and Suge Knight, but he quickly changed his mind at the last minute and did not go. This was most likely due to Snoop's altercation with Tupac and Suge only 24 hours prior.
The last time me and Tupac was on the same page, and I did an interview with Angie Martinez, and she asked me how did I feel about Puffy and Biggie, and I told her that I like their music and I want to do music with them. Bro didn't like that, Tupac didn't like that, so we had a misunderstanding. So on the flight back to LA, I didn't feel comfortable around them for what they had did, as far as I didn't let my security ride with me. So to protect myself and to prevent from happening, I slept under a blanket with the knife and the fork just in case something was to go wrong, but it didn't.
The fact that everything happened in less than 48 hours made the authorities doubt Snoop Dogg's involvement. 20 years ago, Snoop was heavily involved in the streets. It is possible that he was informed that Tupac would have been the target that night, which is why he did not enter the car. When the feds uncovered another interview with Snoop Dogg, in which he stated that he felt as though Tupac hated him just 2 days before his murder, suspicions were heightened.
I say a week before we was best of friends. 2 days before I don't think he liked me.
Why?
Because we was in New York, and it happened. New York, they shot at me and did all kind of shit to me, like just the worst you could think of. And I forgave him. And went and did an interview and was asked, how do I feel about Puffy and Biggie? And I was like, I want to do some music with him. And I just rubbed Cuz the wrong way, like tried to kill me, out at you, and you talking about you want to do a song with him. I wasn't thinking about his emotions. I was thinking about the way I felt at the time. I wasn't into no controversy. I liked his music. They was our friends. We was all friends at one point. This video footage of all of us hanging out.
Snoop Dogg was not the only connected to Tupac's demise. Thus, Suge Knight had a number of options. The news article read, former LAPD cop claims that Diddy had Tupac dealt with for $1 million. Mike Dorsey said that Diddy is also up. Suge responded to Diddy's hiring of Keffe D to acquire Tupac by having Biggie handled. After avoiding capture for the past 20 years, Keffe D was eventually apprehended by the police and interrogated. Even though he was not aware that he was being filmed, he honestly acknowledged that Diddy was the brains behind the crime of wanting to be gone.
On all 4 of those occasions, there's San Diego, Anaheim, Irvine, and Vegas. Which ones do you actually talk to Puffy at?
Every one.
Every one of them. Which of those 4 is it when you talk to him about murdering Tupac?
It was really about both of them. Either one. It was
Tupac and Suge, you mean?
Yeah.
Since he was even questioned about his role in the Diddy trial. According to a report, Diddy faces questions about his alleged role in Tupac's murder after being mentioned 77 times in a new legal filing. The hired hitman for the crime. Kid claimed that Diddy desired everything. He continued by saying that Tupac's initial grasp for his gun was the sole reason it happened so fast.
You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually?
Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started at Tupac and Suge.
For many people in the courtroom started crying when they realized that Tupac already knew what was going to happen to him. Just like when this was revealed during the Diddy trial. When an officer revealed during the trial that Tupac had initially worked with the federal government, whose goal it was to stop the red and blue street teams from committing exceedingly dangerous crimes. The real reason Tupac was picked out for this crime became clear.
Well, it turns out when I talked to Tupac's longtime mentor, political mentor, former Black Panther Chokwe Lumumba, who was his first business manager, he's told me, I basically asked, well, was Tupac only pretending to be in order to appeal to gangs and politicize them? And he said yes. And that was part of his thug life agenda that he came up with his imprisoned stepfather, Tupac Shakur. And so Tupac was just using that in order to get the leaders to call peace truces, first in Los Angeles, then throughout California, and then throughout the country. And that was why he was pretending to be this type. And really, he was just an intellectual prodigy.
If word had gotten out that Tupac was a Fed, every gang member in the neighborhood he visited would have singled him out. All of this would soon make headlines around the country. Even 50 Cent would react on stage.
I hate when they leave me to talk because I always say the wrong thing. Last time they left me, I said something about Puffy. You saw that? Clip? Yeah! I gotta stop doing that kind of shit. I've been talking to a therapist trying to help me with what I'm saying. I said crazy shit. No reason. Oh wait, maybe I said it about Puffy because he got Tupac killed.
In his song, Fuel, Eminem even addressed it, exposing Diddy and Keef D's early involvement. He completed the lyrics. He might treat me the same way Keffy D treated him when he disclosed that. Diddy and Keffy D were responsible for the hit on Tupac more than a year prior, and nobody ever brought it up. That's why I'm not trying to start a battle with him. Fans will quickly note, however, that Diddy has been linked to Tupac's murder for several years, including this humiliating Breakfast Club interview where he was revealed to be the murderer.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking. Thank you.
Because listen, 7 years ago, I'd have been like, yo, did you hire somebody? But no, you do it like a journalist.
Yeah, no, I mean, we wouldn't even get into nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense.
Which we never believed, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
But everything would be revealed by the Diddy trial. And let me explain. They learned that Tupac was in Las Vegas on September 7, 1996, with Suge Knight, the head of his record label. After a police officer revealed their investigation, the two made the decision to attend a Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand after. Spotting an opening in the hotel foyer,
Suge Knight and their entourage went to the Mike Tyson at the MGM Grand. Keefe D and his nephew, Orlando Lane Anderson, and two of their friends were also there. Keefe D told LAPD Detective Greg Kading more than a decade ago, in a proffer that couldn't be used against him, the shooting was retaliation after Tupac jumped Orlando and beat him up at the casino. Surveillance cameras recorded the fight. Tupac was angry that Lane had stolen his necklace years prior in Compton. Tupac, Suge Knight, and the entourage left the casino quickly
when security broke up their altercation with the Hops. Tupac and Suge had to go back to their hotel to change. The two would be stopped at a red light on the Las Vegas Strip at around 11 p.m. and the cops would pull up right next to them as they began their drive to the club.
Knew about Tupac's concert at the Club 662. Members, including Orlando and Keefe D, jumped in their white Cadillac and started cruising the strip looking for the offender. Before long, they finally spotted Tupac's caravan. At the intersection of East Flamingo Boulevard and Koval Lane, the white Cadillac pulled alongside the black BMW with Suge on the driver and Tupac on the passenger seats. The back window of the Cadillac rolled twice in the chest, once in the arm, once in
The aftermath was a mystery for over 2 decades. This was before a man named Keffe D suddenly began making public appearances and accusing himself of being responsible for Tupac's demise. He would even explain how he found Tupac and the circumstances of the crime in one interview.
And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
Got to the light. We was gonna go drink, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He's hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next? You said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat.
On the night of the crime, he would then give the police an unprecedented interrogation to prove that he was telling the truth and that everything he was saying was true.
Lane starts. You say Suge looks over, he sees you.
Yeah.
He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looks at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out of the line.
Back seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside of their car?
I seen him going Suge head. I thought he was.
So Orlando across Dre.
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window.
Given the numerous holes in the story and the fact that even the police believe Tupac may still be alive, this is where the murder cases start to become truly weird. In 2010, I interviewed a rapper named Trey, and things got extremely weird. The recording was not stopped by the cameraman. When asked about Tupac by the reporter before his performance, Trey responds in the video, "Last time I saw him, he was in Cuba." His camera was placed on the floor.
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question.
Nobody knows. Y'all good?
Yeah, we good. Thanks a lot, man.
We good. Last time I saw him, he was in church.
A week later, a news website will publish a video of Tupac lounging in a parking lot in Cuba.
That's Pac, man. He was the outlaw. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographed. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla Back.
The most terrifying part, though, is that Suge Knight agrees that Tupac is still alive and well. He has said this in a number of interviews over the last 20 years. He would, however, make a compelling case for it in one specific interview, revealing that Tupac was doing well in the hospital before his alleged death. He states, "When I left that hospital, Tupac and I were laughing and joking. I don't see how someone could do so well and then so horribly."
I mean, when I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm gonna tell you this, Pac, you never.
What's interesting, though, is that Tupac was apparently in a coma when he was transported to the hospital. How could Tupac and Suge be laughing if he was unconscious? It doesn't seem to add up. But in an interview in 2008, Suge said the same thing. Tupac was still alive and well. Some believe Suge Knight is merely saying this to avoid being apprehended by the police and to take credit for Tupac's passing, though. What are your thoughts? Comment in the space provided below.
So he was conscious on the way to the hospital.
He was conscious on the way to the hospital. He was conscious in the ambulance. He was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
They left.